All right, Bob. Kind of normal today with some afternoon storms.
Getting back to normal. You know, a lot of people talking about the red tide and how they don't see it as much anymore. Even the water's looking a little bit better. I had some folks that were doing some shots right there. In fact, Matthew Smith and his wife were on the paddle board going through near Lido, and they said the water looks a lot clearer than it has been. So good news.
Great to hear.
Tropical Storm Gordon helped us. It didn't help the panhandle of Florida, but it seems to have helped us. Tower Cam getting some passing showers this evening that moving on through toward the Gulf of Mexico. Those are now providing us a nice light show out there in the Gulf of Mexico with lots of lightning in store. And the clouds didn't allow for a great sunset tonight, but not bad. Take what we get, right? And this is a sunrise. I want to show you this Matthew Smith getting out into the dirt there and treading through some swamp to get this beautiful sunrise shot. Nice framing. And then we know Dylan, John Wade Cox, the man with 4 names, getting a great shot from Venice, a nice shot of the Eagle moving through Venice. And Barbara Weintraub getting some of those showers offshore. And Marina Jack, too. Stone Castle was out there. He said he saw no red tide, no harmful impacts as well during the sunset cruise, and caught that lightning strike as well. Well, we had some lightning around. It was pretty heavy rainfall from Venice to Siesta Key earlier this afternoon. That has since pushed off. But look at all this rain here on the east of Florida. That's the upper level low, which will bring us a little bit better chance to see a little bit more widespread rainfall tomorrow afternoon. The day is going to be okay throughout the morning. Early afternoon, we'll start to see those clouds build up and a chance for a few showers. But right now, all the storms are well offshore in the Gulf, pushing away from the coast. And there's still a few along the east coast, but those are going to make it over later on tomorrow. Now, as far as the futurecast goes, we're looking for fair skies to start things off. Great weather for drop-off at school or for your commute, and then you'll start to see showers picking up right along the coastline. The wind will be a little bit strong out of the east, anywhere from 10 to 15, so the sea breeze will get hung up right near the coast, and so that's where the main threat of the heavy weather will be. But there'll be showers scattered about, it looks like, right in and through the 9, 10 o'clock hour tomorrow. And then that upper level low really enhances our storms on Friday, so football Friday night, maybe another wet one, as showers and storms are in the forecast and a pretty good chance of that. That dry air is in place now, but you can just see this counterclockwise swirl. This is the upper level of the atmosphere, indicating an upper level low spinning right toward Florida, and that will enhance our storms. This is not spinning toward Florida, but really intensifying. It went from a category 1 to a 4 in less than 24 hours. And notice the motion. It appears that it's moving more northwesterly now. This is Florence, and it's being sheared by some strong winds. Finally, that shear took place. Now, all the models yesterday for intensity forecasting was suggesting that the shear was going to be strong and it would never get up to a 4. It would be only a 1. But today it did get up to a 4, but now it's encountering some of that shear and having a hard go of it. It was a 4, now it's a 3. It's moving to the northwest at 10. There's the forecast path and track. This is the day we have to worry about, day 4, because some of the models are indicating more of a westerly bend. It's regardless of what's going to happen. And early next week, they're going to get some large swells here along the area beaches, all the way from really South Carolina northward up into near New York. Now, there's the satellite imagery of the system. Again, the forecast models showing it moving off toward the west-northwest, and then eventually the UK Met keeps it on a westerly course, which would be bad news. We'll keep an eye on that one, but generally taking it off toward the northwest in time. And we are also watching 2 areas of concern off the coast of Africa. One has a good chance in the next 5 days. This one could be a tropical system by tomorrow. In fact, the chances of it developing, 90% over the next 5 days. This one has a 40% chance developing over the next 5 days. So those are way out there in the Atlantic, and no concern right now for us, obviously. East winds turn to the north at 5 to 10 knots tomorrow. Seas will be running 1 to 2 feet with a light chop out there. The 7-day forecast then, good chance for scattered storms Thursday, Friday, all the way through Saturday. That low moves out, things dry out a bit for Sunday and Monday, and then it's back to those afternoon and evening storms on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you.